Another mass shooting at a park again in Lakewood, Washington. 7 people shot at a park. I mean, there was families, there was kids. This happened around 8 p.m. There is no regard for human life. You can literally go nowhere without some kind of mass incident. These people do not care or value decency or human life.
We started getting some phone calls of shots fired here at the park. So officers came down here. Very, very hectic scene. Lots of people were here. A number of them had started to try to get out of the park after the shots had gone off. So the officers went into the park trying to figure out what was going on and found a number of victims from gunshot wounds. So the fire department was directed in. There were 5 people total that were transported. Most of them were inside the park. There were a couple that were outside of the park that had tried to make their way out that were located, and they were transported as well. Since officers had been here on scene, there have been 2 additional victims that self-transported to area hospitals that identified that they were victims of the shooting that happened here in the park.
What are people saying about this? I mean, it was packed with people, gorgeous evening. What's your understanding of who the shooters might be, or the nature of this, if you know?
Actually, so far we don't. So they're working through that.
There's the suspect has not been caught. Suspect or suspects not been caught.
Sounds like they have a few people that stuck around that they're able to speak to. But so far, we have not made any connections between the shooters and the victims. If this was something that was targeted, if it was completely random, they're still working through that right now.
And no information, obviously, on the shooters.
Correct. Yeah, the very, very basic information on who they were and that they fled. It's whether they were on foot or in cars. So far, we don't know.
Okay. Beyond kind of the nuts and bolts of this, I mean, this was a packed park. There was a lot of people here. 7 people is bad as it is, obviously. But, I mean, this seems like one of the worst case scenarios, a spot where families gather, it's packed, and this happens. Elaborate on that.
Absolutely. Right now, we've had these couple days here where the sun finally came out, and it's been a gorgeous time for people to get out and enjoy the park, the lake. And then you have something like this that happens. And so it is one of the great tragedies, right? You don't want anybody to get shot. And then you end up with 7 different victims that happen out of this act of violence that so far we don't know why. We're going to do everything that we can to figure that out and definitely find the people that were responsible for it. But yeah, it's an absolute tragedy that something like this happens on such a great day, beautiful day.
Yeah, for sure. Along those lines, just last question. Appreciate this. I mean, describe the intensity of this emergency when you guys got here. It's such a packed park. There's a lot of families. Describe the commotion when you guys got here.
So a lot of everything going on, right? There are people that are trying to get out of here. There are people that are screaming for help, whether it's themselves that had been injured during all of this, or many people that are trying to direct officers to the victims that they've seen, and the number of phone calls that are, going into 911, the number of people that are trying to get the attention of all the officers here, and them trying to make sure that they're safe so that they can render aid to those people that they are able to, and make the scene safe enough for the fire department and the medics to get in here to provide that next stage of care. So yeah, when you have probably 100-200 people here, it is absolute chaos for a little while.
Yes.
For sure. This is the last question, promise you. In terms of the overall investigation, I mean, is the public, we don't know yet if the public is at risk or not.
I wouldn't think that the public's at risk. Even if this was a random incident, I think it was something that happened here. I mean, was for whatever reason, this was their focus today. And so I don't think that they're going to run around here looking for other people, on the street corner to do harm to.
Okay. When was the last time you dealt with something like this, of this magnitude? It's pretty rare?
With this number of victims, yes. Yeah. I've been to my fair share of shootings, but Generally, it's one or two people, that have been in an altercation generally with somebody else. There have been a number of very random, where people get upset with somebody and they crank off some rounds and they hit people that they weren't intending to hit. But to have 7 victims is a big number.
Countless people made a mad dash to try to escape the violence.
It's kind of scary. It's traumatizing. I wouldn't want any of my kids to get hurt, especially through walking around or playing at the park with their siblings. So it's really scary.
Police say they don't know if this was a targeted shooting or if it was random. Anyone with information about what happened.
Hit the like, subscribe, stay tuned. Check out ickkemel.com. My website has all the previous videos that I've done. Plus, check out the email subscriber list. Never miss another YouTube video again. Take care.